There was a time when the night sky was just a mystery, a canvas of stars we could only admire from afar. Then came 1969. Humanity took one small step and opened the door to an entirely new frontier. But what if the moon was just the beginning? What if we're on the edge of becoming a spacefaring civilization? In this video, we're diving into the future of space exploration. Will we colonize Mars? Will the moon become a fuel stop for deep space missions? Could private companies like SpaceX or Blue Origin take over NASA's role? And could we, one day, reach another star? This isn't just speculation, it's happening now. And the next decades could be more transformative than the last century. So fasten your seatbelt because space is no longer the final frontier, it's the next home.
Okay, here we go, a big one. Off the ground, four.
Let's begin with a snapshot of now. Today, thousands of satellites orbit Earth. We use them to navigate our roads, predict hurricanes, communicate across continents, and even monitor deforestation from space. The International Space Station, or ISS, has hosted astronauts for over 20 continuous years. It's a floating laboratory where humans are learning how to live and work long-term in microgravity. Meanwhile, private industry is completely reshaping the game. SpaceX has launched reusable rockets, slashing the cost of space access. Blue Origin is pioneering space tourism. Rocket Lab, Relativity Space, and India's ISRO are expanding rapidly. And the most ambitious project? Starship, SpaceX, gigantic, fully reusable rocket system, designed to carry up to 100 passengers at once into orbit, or even to Mars. This isn't just a science fiction anymore, it's infrastructure building, and it's moving fast. NASA's Artemis program is taking us back to the moon, and this time we're not just visiting, we're building. Artemis 1, an uncrewed mission, successfully tested the Orion spacecraft around the moon. Artemis 2 will carry astronauts on a lunar flyby. Then with Artemis 3, humanity will set foot on the moon again, the first woman and the first person of color among them. But the goal isn't a symbolic flag planting, it's a long-term presence. Moon bases near the South Pole where ice water lies in shallow craters, solar-powered stations to provide energy for habitats, lunar rovers and autonomous bots to build infrastructure and pave the way for future missions. NASA's Lunar Gateway, a space station orbiting the moon, will act as a transfer point, a rest stop between Earth and deeper space. But why the moon first? Because it's a proving ground. It's harsh, it's cold, exposed to cosmic radiation. If we can survive there, we can survive almost anywhere. The moon is our launch pad to Mars. Mars is next, and Mars is hard. It's 140 million miles away. The journey would take 6 to 9 months, with no backup, no escape pod, no help from Earth once you're there. The red planet has thin atmosphere, mostly CO2, unbreathable, extreme temperatures as cold as Antarctica, no magnetic field, meaning massive exposure to solar radiation, Marsquakes, dust storms, and toxic soil. But none of that is stopping us. NASA is already sending rovers to scout terrain and look for signs of ancient life. The Perseverance rover is collecting samples that will eventually be returned to Earth. A small helicopter, Ingenuity, proved powered flight is possible in Mars' thin air. Meanwhile, SpaceX plans to land humans with Starship, using in-situ resource utilization, turning Martian water and carbon dioxide into rocket fuel. Future colonists may live underground in lava tubes or radiation-shielded habitats, farm using hydroponics under LED lighting, 3D printed shelters using Martians regolith, and possibly even raise families on another planet. Mars is our first shot at becoming a multi-planet species, and it's coming sooner than ever. So what lies beyond Mars? In the next few decades, we could see the Europa Clipper mission, visiting Jupiter's icy moon, looking for signs of life beneath its subsurface ocean. NASA's Dragonfly drone, flying across the metal lakes of Saturn's moon Titan. asteroid mining missions aiming to extract rare metals worth trillions. China and Japan launching robotic probes to the outer planets and Kuiper Belt. And then comes the dream of interstellar travel. Right now it takes Voyager 1 over 40 years just to reach the edge of our solar system. But with future tech, light sails propelled by lasers could reach nearby stars in decades. Fusion drives could cut travel time dramatically. Artificial intelligence may pilot unmanned craft on one-way missions to explore other planetary systems. Someday, just maybe, we'll send ships to planets like Proxima b, just 4.2 light years away. We might not go there in person, but our probes, our descendants, might. This isn't just a government race anymore. Space is becoming commercialized, and fast. Companies like SpaceX that focus on reusable rockets, Mars colonization, Blue Origin that delve in space tourism, lunar landers, Axiom Space that want to do private space stations, Astroscale and Clear Space that want to focus on space debris cleanup, are turning space into a marketplace. We're seeing tourists going into orbit, even civilians aboard Crew Dragon, plans for space hotels, private mining claims on asteroids, entire satellite mega constellations providing internet across the globe. But with opportunity comes risk. Will the moon become the new Wild West? Are we gonna mine and have wars on the moon? Can we regulate orbital space to prevent collisions and debris? What happens when the line between exploration and exploitation blurs? The next space race may be between corporations, not countries, and it may be dangerous. So why does this matter? Because space affects everything down here. GPS, Wi-Fi, disaster response, all from space-based tech. Monitoring glaciers, wildfires, air pollution, all from satellites. Economic growth, jobs, innovation, driven by space investment. And most importantly, our survival. One asteroid, one supervolcano, one global war, and humanity could disappear. But a species that lives on 2 planets, or 3, doesn't go extinct easily. Space is also hope. It reminds us of what we can achieve when we work together. It unites us under the same stars, as one species, not divided by nations. We're not just visitors anymore. We're settlers, explorers, inventors, reaching into the cosmos. The future of space isn't a fantasy. It's being built right now by people who dare to dream big. So the question isn't whether we'll go. The real question is who's going to be first. Maybe one day we'll wake up and we're going to be on another planet, living peacefully, terraforming it. But now, we gotta focus on the next big thing, which is gonna be the moon and having peace on the moon.